Hello.
Welcome, welcome.
I
I think we're
am.
seeing Tyshawn's popping on in a second.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Tyshawn? How are you?
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Welcome to the show. I guess we will wait one more second for Parker and then we can get started. And if there's any lag, we can go ahead and get started and have him join in the fun.
Sure.
Yes.
I'll just.
He might be creating a TikTok as we speak.
Yeah, exactly. There were some minor technical difficulties this morning, so.
Oh yes, I did hear about those. And this is a bigger panel than most. So to get get 5 people on at once is a tall order sometimes.
Okay, so he says he registered. Let's see here. Hold on, guys.
Hold on.
Hold on. I thought he's the one that shared the link. Hold on. Sorry.
No,
I like
no
your
problem.
background setup. It's really nice and organized and clean.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I probably should have the talking TikTok background on, but I just decided to go with my own. And actually, I'm wearing red and black today, so I thought me and Kennedy kind of looked. We're matching today.
You're matching.
Wait,
Nice.
We're all wearing black.
Yeah.
Kind of worked out.
Chris, he said he registered, and maybe so someone hasn't found him just to pull him in.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and let you guys start the session, and then I will work in the background to get them popped on there. So go ahead and start, and then we'll have them join us as soon as possible.
Okay, grab you. Okay, fantastic. Okay, thank God for texting during Zooms. Okay, so all right, want to get this party started here.
Go ahead.
Hi. Okay, so my name is Barbara Jones. I'm the founder and CEO of Outshine Talent, and we represent social first creators and building them into global brands. And very excited to be here, talking TikTok. And so I thought we would do is just go around to each person and give us a little bit of background on each of you and how you got started on TikTok. So let's start with you, Mai.
Okay, me first. Hi, everyone. My page is My Healthy Dish, and I would say I'm almost like an OG influencer. I was an influencer before the word started. I started on Instagram. I know we're talking about TikTok, but I started on Instagram 9 years ago when it was a photo sharing app. I think I'm aging myself a little bit, but I just progressed from there, and I shared healthy recipes on that page. I just saw something there, and I knew social media, there was a power in social media. And ever since then, on Instagram, anytime a new social media platform started, I would just say my name, give it a shot, and see what happens. And so TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, I love all 4. And I do healthy recipes on all 4.
And how did you get started on TikTok?
I started on TikTok because of you, Barbara. You know, that one night you called me and you said, like, I have this girl named Charlie D'Amelio, and she has 3 million followers in a few months. I'm like, 3 million? It took me like 8 years to get to like 800,000. What's the secret sauce? So I downloaded the app and I played around with it, got really confused. And then I went to my 11-year-old daughter at the time and asked her how to film some TikTok videos. So my twin girls actually filmed my first viral video. And when you have like 100 followers and you have 300,000 views, there's just something there to be said. So the pandemic happened. And what happened? The pandemic happened, and I took it really seriously and started filming 3 to 4 videos almost a day during lockdown because the whole world shut down, and my calendar cleared up. And then 3.5 million followers later, and here we are.
Excellent. I love it. Okay, so which Christian or Tyshawn, who wants to go first? Who was on TikTok first between the two?
Tyshawn was on TikTok first. Well, he was there before he even became TikTok.
Okay, yeah. So Tyshawn, why don't you introduce yourself, tell us what you do and how you got started on TikTok.
Okay, hi, I'm Tyshawn Lawrence. So I originally started off on Musical.ly. And let me tell you, it was not a great start because I was doing all the transitions, did not know exactly what I was doing, but I was just playing around with the app and stuff like that. I stopped for a while just because I just thought I wouldn't go anywhere with it and stuff like that. So for a good like 3 months, I just was not posting. I didn't care. And then I got back on, I did one of my first, like when it transitioned over to TikTok, I did my first viral video. It was basically, it's embarrassing, but it's my first TikTok that went viral. It basically was me like pulling my pants all the way up to my shoulders, and I didn't have any arms, and I was just like doing the left foot two stump or something like that. And basically that TikTok took me to places that I didn't even know like the video could get. It was on commercials in different countries. It was on billboards. It was on TikTok, like when they rebooted and they made their first like commercial, whatever like that. They used that video and all that. And I was just like, okay, wow, I can actually go somewhere with this and stuff like that. So once that video happened, I just started making videos. I made 3 videos every single day for, I want to say 2 years. I would post 3 videos nonstop. All types of videos. I would play around with comedy, play around with like talking and all that stuff. And then once I just continued, I got to 12 million, and that was just amazing. So the fact that I kept going on was just like, it was a blessing. It was a blessing. I'm happy I didn't stop.
Exactly. Well, thank you for that. So Christian, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about how you got started on TikTok?
So I am Christian Dennis. It's actually funny because I have been like kind of doing social media for a little bit, but kind of just like had like half my foot in the water. I wasn't really taking anything too seriously. I was just having fun. I was on Vine. I was on Instagram posting stuff. I did a lot of like, I was a crazy like Ariana fan. So a lot of my followers came from that because they knew how much I admired her and stuff. And I kind of built a following from that. And then I met Tyshawn and a few other people through that I met through VidCon and stuff. And they're like, oh, you should post on this app, Musically. And I was like, oh my God, Musically, what? And I started posting on it because I was like, why not? And I wasn't that consistent. And then Tyshawn, started talking and then started dating. He was like, you need to get on the app and you be posting. And so I started out really just posting probably like 3 times a week. And my engagement was pretty good because actually, I think I don't really know why. I think people just were like kind of confused. They were like, oh, like who is this? Like, what's their gender? What's going on? And I was like, not really answering the question just because I thought it was obvious and just having fun on the app. And then once Musically became TikTok, and I saw Tyshawn like in ads everywhere, I was like, oh wait, I want to be making videos. Like I want to try to do stuff. And we started making a couple of videos, and I started doing like my makeup or transformation stuff where I go like without makeup to makeup and stuff. And so now I kind of do a lot of different things. I do makeup videos, I do hair videos, I do fashion. I feel like I'm really just in like the beauty and fashion space. And yeah, I just been doing that for, I think I've only been taking it really seriously for like 2.5 years. Like I've been doing it for a while, but these past 2.5 years is when it's really been like, okay, I want to do this. This is my career. So yeah, it's worked out.
Amazing. Okay, and Parker James, wanted you to like introduce yourself and tell us how you got involved in TikTok.
Okay, so I'm Parker James, and I was never really a big like social media guy. I don't know, it didn't really appeal to me. I didn't really see like the hype about it. And then one day I broke my arm really bad and I had to be like homeschooled. So I was at home a lot. I had a lot more free time. So I downloaded Musically at the time and I started posting on it. And I was like, hey, this is kind of fun. So I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. I posted every day. And then I started getting a following and my videos started getting featured. And all this stuff. And I got invited to the TikTok Musically party to where they announced the new name of the app. And I've grown from there. It's been just a really crazy, unexpected, wild ride. And now I do see the hype around social media. At first I didn't, now I do. And I'm really happy that I actually chose to get involved in this space and all that stuff, because I got to meet amazing people and be involved in amazing things. So yeah.
Well, let me ask you guys something. Obviously, you have profiles on all different social media platforms, and this isn't about, hating on any other platform, but we're talking about TikTok. What do you like most about it, and what makes it different from some of the other platforms?
Oh.
Let's start with you, Christian.
I would say my favorite thing is just how it can be a good thing and a bad thing, but I think that it's what makes the app like amazing, how fast it is and how interactive it is. Because things are always happening and there's always something new to do. With other apps, they're just like kind of just posting and it just like whatever. There were some trends on Instagram that went viral, like different makeup trends, stuff like that, different comedy skits. But like with TikTok, they've kind of figured out a way for the app to, I guess, never die because of how quick engagement can happen for you and how fast you can grow. And it's like, even if people get tired, there's always going to be someone that wants to try to, do a trend or try to do it differently and stuff. So like, they've just done a really good job of making the app like really fast and interactive and like really direct. I don't know, it just has been like, you can grow so fast, like out of nowhere. So I think that's
I kind of love, it's almost like buying the lottery ticket. Like anybody really could, it could happen to anybody if you're just making great content and you're posting consistently. It's very possible that you could get on the For You page and it could change people's lives, and it has changed people's lives. But I think it's fun for me, not that I'm a creator, I'm really more of the voyeur. It's like just the discovery option to me is very exciting. I'm always looking for new, interesting people to work with. And that for me is very exciting. But Mai, what about you? What's one of your favorite parts about this versus other platforms?
I think each platform has their own unique style. And I think what TikTok has that the other platforms don't have is they're like this, almost like a trailblazer and a trendsetter where all the other platforms kind of follow suit like days or weeks later. But what I use TikTok for is how entertaining it is, where I'll go to YouTube for something to learn something if I need to, like a recipe. And I feel like Instagram is where we go to catch up with our friends and maybe and somehow see a recipe or see some cool stuff. I know they're trying to change it up, but with TikTok, it's like pure entertainment. But if you could just take that, as me as a creator, take that entertainment and also give value, that's where like that shift, and that's where you build that following, and that's where you build that fan base, is that when you take your content to that next level and not just entertain them, but give them something of value that they're learning at the same time. And I think that's just the shift that TikTok is going towards. But I think that we all as creators that we're here now, that we've already kind of gotten to that point.
Yeah, for sure. What about you? What about you, Teshan? What do you think? How's TikTok different?
I feel like TikTok is different just because I feel like with other platforms, you have to be more updo, you know what I mean? Like more like, I don't know, like you have to put on like this like baddie on Instagram or on YouTube. You have to like do certain trends, or on certain platforms, you just have to just keep up that like high status of yourself. And I feel like on TikTok, you can create a like just show off your personality more, and you don't have to do these long form type videos for people to be like, oh, like that's you. Like when they think of something, they be like, okay, that's him. Like that's how I know him, when he make those like certain videos and stuff like that. So I just feel like it's just a way to, TikTok is just a way to like show off who you really are, depending on what type of content you make, obviously. Sure. But like I feel like it's more easier for your followers to get to know you on that platform. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Parker, you have very you have scripted comedy bits that take time. You use a fun filter for another character, and you do that kind of thing. So what do you love about TikTok versus maybe other platforms?
I just like how supportive everybody is. Like on a lot of other apps, I know Instagram sometimes the hate can be overwhelming, and I feel it could be that way on on any app. Like there's hate everywhere, but I feel the TikTok community is just very accepting of everybody. And I feel they really kind of started the whole movement of like the whole, come as you are type thing. So when I started doing these short form to long form scripted videos, it was kind of semi new, especially using a filter. So to see the positive feedback and the kindness from everybody, I was like, hey, this app has standout qualities that other apps don't necessarily have. And then the other apps, the communities became just as positive. So yeah, so I'm really pleased with the positivity side of TikTok.
That's good. That's good. Well, we have a lot of brands and agencies and brand marketers that are watching this live stream. And just as far as working with brands and TikTok, what if you could give advice to a brand or an agency that wants to work with TikTokers to make it a successful campaign? Do you have one or two things that you might like to share on what has made a successful campaign for you? And if that means mentioning a specific campaign that you worked on and why you liked it, that would be great. Mike, can we start with you?
Yeah. So I think with TikTok and brand partnerships, I think it's still kind of definitely the wild, wild west, and brands are still a little bit hesitant. And there is some education involved in it. So I always, when it's a big campaign, I always want to do a kickoff call and just to like go over the deliverables, the key messaging, but also just educate the brand on how the algorithm works and how the followers consume content on the app. It's different than any other platform. And I want to bring it back to like the whole point of just entertain them first with deliverables and not make it look like an ad. I mean, we've tried to do that on every platform, but the more you try not to make it look like an ad, the better. But also pick an influencer or creator that fits your brand, where it like flows so easily and seamlessly. And for example, Sam's Club is one of my campaigns we're working on this holiday season, but they were actually new to influencer marketing in general last year, and I was kind of one of their guinea pigs for their summer campaign, and they didn't even want TikTok, and I was like, no, give it a try, you don't know. So we threw TikTok in there as a freebie because we already had the content, and the summer campaign went off so well. They came back in the API month, and then their summer campaign, like summer, holiday, and now another holiday. So it's holiday, API, summer, and now we're doing their holiday campaign. And the holiday campaign with their new deliverables, it was TikTok, 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 and then so I could tell that they're on board and they see the numbers. And what's great about TikTok, it's a clean slate with any influencer you choose, as long as it's on brand, is that if the video does well, you're going to get the exposure that you want. But it's almost like a billboard. So I like to say, like, choose an influencer that has a fan base and not a following, because that's when they're really going to trust her word or my word, where like, you need to come here to get all your holiday finds at Sam's Club or Walmart, because this is where I shop. So instead of finding maybe someone who is not organic to your brand, or even have a smaller following, or doesn't have a fan base. And when I say fan base and following, it's different, because anyone we know could go viral on TikTok and all of a sudden have 1 million followers in a week, but those people don't know you. So throughout the months and years we've been on this platform, we're constantly giving value. I'm constantly giving value. So my word is trusted. And that's where as a brand. You should really look into this influencer, read her comments, look at her likes, look at her, everybody, read the comments, look at the engagement, and see if these followers are fans and not just followers.
No, that's a great piece of advice, because you're right. Anybody can have a lot of followers really on any platform, but are those fans? Are those really, stands really? So, okay, Christian, why don't you talk to us about what advice you might give a brand that you want to work with, and maybe an example of a good campaign that you like.
Just piggybacking off of what Mai said, I think, like she said, definitely making sure that you are studying the person that you want to work with, because the best campaigns, the way that I think campaigns perform the best is when they come off very authentic, and it seems natural, like it's something that your followers or that person's followers would see it like on a regular basis. Because once they see something that looks like an ad, they're either going to scroll past it, or they're just going to be like, oh, this is obviously an ad. But if they see that it is an ad, but it comes off as like, oh, wait, yeah, this makes sense, this is what like they do, then they're going to be into it, because they're going to trust what you're saying. They're going to trust that you actually are like genuine with like how you're representing the brand, because it makes sense for you. And also, I would say, well, a good example of a brand that we work with, it was for TikTok. With me and Tashawn did like a TikTok for a good thing. That was like, we basically give relationship advice. And so one of the biggest things about me and Tyshawn, if you know us, you know that we're in a relationship. We've been together for 3 years. We were long distance, and we've been through a lot of trials. We're always messing with each other. We're best friends. And so the fact that TikTok came to us knowing how perfect this would be for us, and gave us a lot of creative, not really creative, well, yeah, creative freedom, but like they scripted out this stuff, but they were like, say what comes naturally. It was basically just us answering different questions that people had about relationships and stuff like that. So it came off very authentic, because it is us. So I feel like brands should, like I said, like study the person that they want to work with, and also trust them when they say that like we want to post something, we want to do something that's going to look good for us and for you. We never want to put out anything that is, not 100%. We don't want to put out something that might look bad on our page. So when we suggest a better time to post, or we suggest a better creative direction, or something that might work better, or if like something as small as like maybe, oh, I think instead of doing a voiceover, I should talk because I talk in my videos, like small stuff like that, that won't seem like it's just like the brand has their hands all over it. I feel like it will come off very genuine for followers, and it will always perform well. I think my favorite campaigns have always been like that, when I have creative freedom and stuff like that. So
no,
yeah.
I think that's an amazing point. And it's easy to say just let give creative control, let the be authentic and all of that. But it really is understanding who you're picking and why they're doing so well, and really trusting them. I think coming with a brief and coming with guidelines is great. You want that sort of those guardrails. But I think we're seeing a trend more and more of asking the creators for their concepts, so that we're all on the same page, and then moving forward and trying to be like, you definitely have to give some trust. There has to be some trust there. But I think for the brands, I think actually listen to your TikTok reps, because TikTok actually does some of the best campaigns themselves, right?
Yeah.
Like the TikTok for good and stuff, like because they really know, they know obviously creators, but I think they're an amazing resource. So you should probably, deal with your TikTok, people if you're a brand. But I do think it's like really listening to the creators to say, I think I know what might work better. And being open to those changes. And sometimes we know that these campaigns start at one place and then go from the brand to the agency to the third party person to the, what I mean? And it gets kind of like diluted along the way. But I think, you're right, having a kickoff call, having a conversation, submitting a concept and all that stuff. I think, what we're trying to do is also avoid tons of reshoots, tons of re-edits, going back and forth. I mean, Christian, you and I were on one recently that was just like, there's got to be a limit. And it's just like, by that point, it's just, you've just like kind of crushed the whole thing. You know what I mean?
It just feels like by the time it comes time to post it, it's like, I really hope that it performs well, because you just like all the all the genuine work you put into it kind of gets stripped away a little bit. And kind of going off what you said, like talking to your TikTok people, like every time we have a call with someone or with a brand and there's someone from TikTok involved, that TikTok person like will know. They're like, oh my God, I love your closet, or I saw this video, or so like they really watch our stuff. So like trusting the creators and trusting the TikTok people who actually like are watching these videos and are actual like fans, or like they intake like the creators' content, it's gonna perform really well for you when you trust that. So
yeah.
And Barbara, I also am not afraid to push back when I don't believe a concept will work. And I've been known to take another second meeting and say, look, this won't work. Let me do it my way. And with Kind, they wanted an unboxing with their new vegan ice cream. And I said no. And I pushed back. And that was one of the best videos for them after I pushed back and did something more fun.
Right. Exactly. Everyone wants to have fun. You guys want your content to perform as well as they do. So it's like, you know, your audience. Tyshawn, do you have a campaign that you really enjoyed working on recently?
One of the campaigns I worked with recently is probably my campaign with Michael Kors, just because they knew exactly what they wanted, and it was just an easy process. It's better when you work with a brand and everything is very organized and it makes sense with everything, including your brand and all that. So working with Michael Kors was a great experience. And you know, if I could thank everybody, then obviously I would do that. But it was great.
Yeah, because that had a lot of moving parts. This was for Pride Month, and it was tied in with Paper Magazine, and had a lot of moving parts. But they really understood TikTok, and they understood what they were shooting, and it was a joint thing between a few creators, photo, video, on site. So they created some content, and you created some content. It was a very sort of well-oiled machine in that instance. But you could tell that they understood the platform and what needed to come out of it. So that's always a great experience for sure. Parker, what about you? You've been working, you've been working on a whole bunch of different things, but something that was just fun and just, a good experience.
I've done, like, over the years, I've been doing this for about 6 years. So I've seen good brands and ones that want to work with you, and then ones that are like stick to the script type thing. And probably one of the best ones that I've ever done was with Idahoan potatoes. They sent me a bunch of mashed potatoes, like a goodie basket, all this amazing stuff, and basically gave me things so I can be hands-on with their product. And what I've realized is if you go and make a video and be super business like forward and be like, go to www.whatever to get this product, like me watching a video and I see someone do that, I'll be like, bye, and scroll past it. Like it's boring. Like, okay, it's an ad. But if you make a funny video that's super entertaining with that product and their logo's everywhere, or you mention their logo or their brand, people are going to be like, what the heck is that? I need that. Like, my favorite creator's using that, or look at what he's doing with this product. I want to do it too. So I've realized if I do that kind of video, it's not only good for the brand, but it's also good for exposure on the app, because it just looks like a normal video, you know.
And also, things like, I like brands are always looking for, I think, creators who are already using their products, or potentially, they're really like, they're part of their lifestyle, like Charlie was with Dunkin'. But I think, you and your character, Steven, were always talking about Chibos, and then Cheetos came around and said, like, okay, now it's a perfect time to do that. So I think that, brands are looking for that. And I think creators want to know that they're being reached out to by brands who understand their lifestyle and think it's a fit. So how do you guys see the role of creators on TikTok evolving and growing into the future? Like, it's so different today than it was even a year ago and a year before that. And you guys have actually been on it a pretty long time. So where do you think that it's TikTok creators are how they're going to evolve? Mai, what do you think?
I think it's constantly evolving. I feel like every month is just a different landscape for influencers. And I feel like I'm in a marathon that I haven't sat on the sidelines to take a break yet. But every day is something new. My job title changes. I wear many hats. But I think with TikTok, I think the influencer is really changing the new celebrity. Like, I think TikTok influencers are becoming the new trendsetters and the new trailblazers. And I see it every day where like traditional media is like reaching out to us. Like even last night, we got the email from a show and we were just on the doctors this week. They're really reaching out to TikTok creators to be on mainstream, because I think mainstream is really like the turtle in the race and they really want a piece of the action. But I think just me in general, I'm using TikTok as just another stepping stone to build my big personal brand of cookbooks and TV shows and appearances and cookware. But I know that TikTok in general is going towards like live streaming, live shopping, and of course I'm gonna start studying that. So like whatever TikTok is moving towards is where I'm gonna really put my focus on, and like especially the live shopping is what I'm gonna be investing in the next couple months to a year, because I know we're behind Asia with that one.
Yeah. I know my nickname for Mai is the Goal Crusher. She sets her sights on something. She's like, I'm gonna do live shopping, and I'm gonna do it, and then she just crushes. So, all right, great. So Christian, how do you see your creators on TikTok evolving and growing into the future?
Honestly, I feel like the best example of this is seeing like stuff like the VMAs and seeing the TikTok creators or the influencers that are there. It's like these brands and different networks are really realizing that like we are, or not to say like myself personally, like obviously I'm very confident in myself. I'm not gonna, I don't want to be too cocky, but I feel like we are definitely like, we hold a lot of power, because with celebrities, I feel like there was so much pushback on having social media because you kind of you need to stay in your lane. But now like people are kind of over things that look too done up and look too perfect and pristine, like really like raw, unfiltered, kind of seamless content. And we like feeling like this is like our everyday. People like getting an inside scoop of like what we're doing and stuff. So we have a lot of power because a lot of people are watching us and stuff. So it's really cool to see brands kind of acknowledge like, okay, like influencers are holding a lot of power now, sometimes even more so or as much as actual celebrities, because we have a fan base that like we're on different niches and stuff, and we can sell product just as well as different celebrities can. So I feel like things are really the lines are getting really blurred between like influencers and celebrities, and how much pull we have with brands and how much we can contribute and help brands succeed and stuff like that. So I feel like things are definitely like, I think within the last year, it's just been like, how is this possible? Like we're at the Met Gala, like we're at the VMAs, like what? We're working with like high fashion brands, when before that, like 3 years ago, that was never, you would not see like Naomi Campbell and a TikToker in the same room, but here we are and it's happening. So it's really crazy to see how far we've come. And I think it's only going up from here.
I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Tyshawn, goals for you moving forward based on growing on TikTok and other things. What do you want to?
Ooh, child. Okay. I have a lot of goals, but I ain't gonna talk to you. I ain't gonna tell y'all everything, but just some of the goals that I feel like is definitely like with me, I am getting more into modeling and stuff like that. And I just really want to thrive in, that aspect of things. And I just I wanna like take myself to a different level. I feel like with TikTok, is like Dennis was saying, there's no limit of where you can take your career. And if you want to if you decide like tomorrow, like, hey, I want to do acting, all you have to do is just, stay focused and, do your acting classes just so you don't, embarrass yourself or whatever. But, but yeah, like, I just feel like my goals is to just, I don't have, like, the sky's the limit. Like, I feel like, being an influencer has changed over the years. It went from, us just doing like, small things to us doing all these huge things. So that's my goal, to just keep growing.
And I think, I think the other place where TikTok, I think, is really strong is their support of creators and their internal, their growth specialists, and the way that they really develop relationships and support creators. I do not see that in the same manner on other platforms. And I think them sort of doubling down and investing in those relationships is really paying off for them.
Yeah, I didn't know, but like, I know a lot of production companies have TikTok behind them, like some Netflix movies, some brands or all that stuff like that. Like, I didn't know that. Like, you look into it and TikTok really do be right behind, and you're like, oh wow, like TikTok has really changed the game in everything. So it's crazy.
So Parker, you're trying something new on TikTok too with your animation. And what about just like being able to experiment on TikTok and shift and change your brand? How are you feeling about that, and what are you doing?
It's really fun. I like the whole aspect of the whole like creative control thing. Like I can like, your career is in your hands. Like I just started this thing with Toonstar, and I turned my little Steven character into a cartoon, and branch out. That could possibly, branch out to cartoon places like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and all that stuff. So it's really nice to have creative control. Like I make these Steven videos, and then now I can make cartoons, and then on the side, as a creator, I'm playing like a music festival. Like, I would have never thought, like, before, music festivals are such like tight-knit communities, and like they're all musicians that have been doing it for years, and it's just the same musicians over and over and over. But now it's like, oh, it's now Parker James is playing a psychedelic rock music festival with another big band and his band, but also has a cartoon and makes funny comedy videos for people. Like, it's wild, the titles that a creator can hold. And it's all in their hands with how creative they can get. It's crazy.
That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. Well, it looks like we're at time. Chris, is there any other things that you think you guys would like to cover, or you think might be interesting, or are we good?
I think we're at time. We've got to unfortunately move along, but I did want to just quickly say to all of you creators, you have literally the best manager in the business. I hope you guys all realize that.
Oh, Jessica, we know.
We know.
She is
Mama Barbara.
She is awesome. I met her only like a month ago, but she's the best. And I'm sure you guys have an idea of what we do, but she just passed you guys all along into our system. So we will definitely be bringing some business your way. The TikTok fun will continue, and I can't thank you all enough for being here. So, and an extra special thanks to Barbara for pulling this all together.
Great. We're so happy to be a part of it. Thanks to Influential for hosting. Thanks to Brand Innovators for having us.
Thank you so much.